Alright boys, we back, ready to make some music. I'm actually excited today to make some beats. I don't know what my problem sometimes is, like I procrastinate so much on making music. It's so weird because music is like my number one favorite thing to do in the world. But then it's also like my number one least favorite thing to do in the world sometimes because I'm fucking stuck in my head sometimes. So yeah, honestly, sometimes it's just good to make something without any expectations. Without trying to make something perfect or trying to make something good. Sometimes it's just nice to just be in the moment, express your emotions, you know what I mean? If you feel sad, make something sad, whatever it is, or just make whatever, it doesn't even matter, right? And usually I found that if I do that, I actually make the best music that I can make. If I'm just kind of in the moment without any expectations, you know, focusing on the journey, on the process, and not on the goal, not on the destination. Anyways, no one gives a shit about that. I'll just cook something up, and I hope I'm recording. Hope everything is in focus. Let's get it, boys. I don't even know what I want to make. I'm gonna just go. Let me first turn on my synthesizers. Let me just go through a few presets and let's see what I can come up with. I already got some melodies in my head, so now I'm just kind of trying to find something. Now I'm just trying to find something that kind of matches what I hear in my head. So I'm gonna change the key to G sharp harmonic minor, which basically shifts one note down, and it makes everything a little bit more tense, if that makes sense. So now this one goes from here to here, and now it sounds a little bit more tense. I have no idea what I'm what I'm making here right now. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I guess I'm gonna just go with it because you never know what it's going to turn into. I'm gonna just add another melody on top. Honestly, it sounds like a video game soundtrack. So some fucking spooky children's game, if that even makes sense. Right, for the next sound I want some kind of pad, so some kind of dark pad to kind of contrast, or to kind of add to the spookiness of it, but make it sound a little bit more serious because it sounds a little bit childish, which isn't a bad thing. It sounds like a video game soundtrack, which I kind of like, and I think it is because I was looking at a bunch of indie pixel art video games on YouTube. So, but yeah, let's find some pad sound. It sounds decent actually, let's record that. And so I guess I'm gonna add one more counter melody to it, and then I'm probably add a bunch of effects just to make it sound more interesting, because I still feel like it sounds a little bit basic. So one more melody, maybe a flute sound. I never know, is it flute or is it flute? I have no idea. Oh yes, it's crazy. Here we go. Here we go, bro. At the end a little bit, but it's all good. We quantize just a little bit. We don't want that kind of stuff to be too quantized, so I always like to quantize at like 50%, so it kind of still leaves a lot of like the humanness, the randomness to the notes, which makes them just sound a little bit nicer, a little bit more like a real person actually played it, you know. So I like to play everything myself and then quantize it just a little, so it fits nicely together. Damn. I think I'm gonna add another melody on top of that, a super simple one. And I think Ableton crashed, so yeah. Shout out to Ableton. Big shout out to Ableton, thank you for crashing my project. Bro, what is this? What is this, Ableton? The one thing about Ableton though, I rarely lose anything, even when it crashes, and it barely crashes, but even when it crashes I rarely lose my progress. For some reason it always kind of saves everything, even if you don't hit save. I guess I'm just wait a little bit, you know, maybe it stops crashing on me, or maybe we just have to, oh yeah, okay, it stopped crashing. Praise to the music gods. Let's continue. So what I'm going to do right now is I think I'm just going to slap some effects on it. Yeah, I guess I just put some portal on it. I'm thinking maybe I should make this melody a little bit faster. Maybe if we make a double time. Let's see how that sounds. Let me make a double time, let me put some halftime on it to give it that kind of weird sampled feel. It's actually kind of nice. It's just a little bit quiet. Yeah, it's nice. And I want a little bit more movement on the pad. So for that, I also have some plugin, I forgot how it's called. So let me see. Alright, so I guess we're just going to take Portal. We're going to put Portal on the whole group. Portal, let's be honest, like Portal is like one of the greatest plugins ever made. It's definitely goated. It's like super weird, so I think it's not for everyone, but you know, I feel like you can just take Portal, you can put it on everything, and you can just make it weird. So that's what I like about it. So we are just going to take Portal, and we're just going to take Portal and we're going to put it on the whole group. A lot of the presets are just kind of like, some of them are like too weird almost, where they're a little bit unusable, where they're almost unusable. But yeah, some of that shit is like crazy, so let's see what we can find. And I probably have to bring the dry wet knob down, because I don't want to destroy my whole melody, I just want like a little bit of weirdness. I guess that's good enough. So I want to bounce all of that out, I'm gonna resample it, and then let me see what I can do with it. Maybe I can just reverse certain parts of it, make it sound even more weird. I think I want to take the flute, and I want to like see what I can do with that, because to me it still sounds a little bit too basic. I like when stuff sounds like super weird and you can't even tell what it is. And just chop it up and then see how that sounds. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I think we're almost done with it. So I don't want to overdo it, because it's really easy to overdo stuff like that. And oftentimes like the most simplest stuff just sounds better. I guess it comes from like, sometimes it comes from like insecurity, where we lack that confidence of just keeping it simple. We have to add more, you know. And I feel like a lot of producers just make music for other producers, where we have to keep in mind like the people that listen to our music, they don't give a shit about the plugins we use, they don't give a shit about the synthesizers we use and all of that shit, and they don't give a shit how long it took us to do something. They just enjoy the music, you know. So I'm trying to keep that in mind so I don't do too much, because I definitely do too much. Yeah, anyways, I guess this is going to be it for this one. I don't know, I feel like it's decent. I've been doing this kind of thing where instead of like turning a melody into a full beat right away, I'll just kind of cook up a few melodies, a few samples, and then I would come back to them later and then flip them, almost as if I would flip a sample, and then make a beat out of them. Because I feel like sometimes I feel like this way I just kind of save some time. Instead of making a bunch of beats out of melodies that are kind of like mediocre, I just kind of make a bunch of them, and then come back and only turn the ones that I really like into full beats. So yeah, and also this way I can make loops for my sample pack, which is coming soon. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Peace.